I made a super long list of things I want to mention about this camera. Okay, so let's just put that out there. I'm not a photographer, I'm not a videographer. I'm not big on like super high quality. I don't even shoot like 4K. I don't know what 4K is. So you get an idea of who I am as a consumer using this product. Hey everyone, I'm Aya and I've been putting off the decision to buy a camera since forever. And this is because I know nothing about cameras. So whenever I wanted to research things about cameras, I didn't really know what features to look for. I didn't know what I wanted my camera to do. So whenever I just wanted to know about cameras, I watched YouTube videos and I saw people talking about like aperture or like shutter speed. I had no idea what these mean. But one thing I knew for sure is that I needed a camera with a flip screen so I can see my frame and what my camera is capturing, so that I'm making sure like the things I'm doing are in frame. What I would usually do is that I would film my desktop because I'm an artist. I want to show like my iPad when I'm drawing, and I want to make sure like my hand is in frame. Like if I move the iPad around, it still like shows in the video. So what I would usually do is I would prop up my iPhone over my desk like that, and then I would have to like stand up to even look on my iPhone screen and see what the camera is capturing. So the number one feature I knew I definitely needed was the flip screen. Then when I was researching, I came across the Sony ZV-1F. Googled it and I saw how much it cost. I had previously Googled like, I'm not sure, the Mark II or something, which is like really close but like way advanced camera to this one. Actually filming on the Sony ZV-1F right now. I previously reviewed the Mark II and it was expensive for me. And then I came across the ZV-1F and it was really affordable, and I kept like researching differences. I found like this one had no interchangeable lens. From what I've heard, that like different lenses control different width of the angle, which is something I do not need, obviously. So I decided to go for this camera. Although I did research like the features and stuff like that, I never really actually understood what it fully does or what it doesn't do. But then I decided to make the investment because at this point the research was just so tiring and hindering me from actually doing the thing that I want to do, which is like film videos on a camera, because my iPhone obviously does not accept like memory cards. So at this point a camera was necessary, and I decided that if I messed up with this purchase, then maybe I would just put it on sale or something, and then I had to go for it. And spoilers alert, I don't really regret that decision at all, and I will tell you why in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna tell you everything I wanted to know about this camera as a normal user. So there are some points that I want to say about this camera. Some of them are pros and some of them are cons, and some of them are just things that you need to know about it. So they're not good or bad, you just need to know them. Number one is actually a pro for me. It is that this camera has a slightly wider lens than an iPhone. You know, when you're like on your iPhone and then you switch from like a photo to a video and you see the camera just zooms in, and then as a photo it was really good, you wanted to take this shot as a video. But then when you switched over the video mode, it's really close. So you have to prop your phone even farther to get like a good shot, like so it wouldn't be so zoomed in. This camera actually has a wider angle lens, so it captures more at like a smaller distance. Like this camera is really close to me, however I'm still in a good shot. You can see much of my space, as opposed to if I like put an iPhone over there, you would probably see like less, like maybe something like this. I hope this makes sense. Number two is also a pro. This camera is really easy and intuitive to use. There are really few buttons that you're gonna use, or like actually like it doesn't even have that much buttons, so you would know what every button does. As opposed to this time when I was holding like a Canon camera or a Nikon. I've never used like obviously a professional camera. They felt really difficult. They felt like I needed to research what to do before I just missed something with them. Like it felt like I was gonna do something wrong to the camera. I had to learn about it first and then get started. This camera is actually the opposite. From like day one I started shooting, I opened it up and I started making a video and it was really smooth. I know some people say that it has like autofocus issues or something. Mine was great. Number three, the flip screen is magical. To have like a flip screen and you being able to see what you're filming without you pausing whatever you're doing and just getting up and see what's happening. You have to get a camera with flip screen. I don't care which camera you get. You just have to get one with a flip screen to see yourself, and it's like way less hassle. Number four, the photo and video quality on this camera are very close to an iPhone. They're not like necessarily better, they're not necessarily worse, but it's definitely something very close to an iPhone. As a regular viewer, I'm not able to say that it's worse than an iPhone or it's better than an iPhone. At some times, at some lightings, it is better, and at others, an iPhone is better or captures more details. Please note that my iPhone is also iPhone 13. It seems like it is a similar quality to this camera. I don't feel the difference. Number 5, this camera feels really premium. So when I was researching this camera, people kept saying, oh, it's really lightweight, it's really small. Of course, they're saying that in a good sense. However, like I at some point imagined that it's like a lightweight, something like a toy, which I didn't really like. However, when I got the camera, it was like heavy. It's not heavy like painful, but it feels good. It feels premium to hold. Sometimes I do feel like the screen is a bit small and I want to switch over to like a phone or something to look at the picture. And what I do if I feel this is important at the moment is that I send it over to my phone. I connect them together, no cables involved, and then I send over whatever it is that I want to see on my iPhone until I make sure that everything is good to go, and that's it. It feels really good that I actually started taking it out with me. In normal days when I was just going out with my family, I wanted to take like some photos, I would take it out because it felt so nice to hold it and it felt so nice to have it. Number 6, this is actually something that I talked about before. Again, I used this camera to film my digital art process and my iPad and me drawing on the iPad, and I wanted to leave some footage for you to check out parts of the process that I filmed with the camera to see if you're doing similar content, if you're reviewing tech products and you're like doing it on your desk. This is how it looks like. And then number 7 is battery life. I know the battery life isn't great. Everyone says it's not great. It is not great. However, I've seen many people saying that you can buy like multiple batteries. I haven't needed to do that. I'm really glad I didn't, because I'm not sure why no one's talking about this, but if you're filming, you can charge it while you're filming. Plug it in and charge it while I'm filming. I guess you might need extra batteries if you're out and about and filming like vlogging content of the mountains or hiking or something like that. For me, I did not need the batteries, so I was just putting this out there in case you thinking like, oh, you would have to get batteries and stuff. No, you don't have to. It just comes back to how you're gonna use the camera. And then number 8, the tripod screw thing is, it's not in the middle and it's really bad. No, it's not actually affecting the camera at all. I have my camera propped up on like an iPhone tripod. I removed the iPhone piece and left the screw and then screwed on my camera. I'm saying that it's a phone tripod to let you know that this tripod is not really high quality. It's not extra stable or anything. It's not heavy. It's very lightweight. And this camera is holding on just fine. It's not like wiggling, wriggling. Number 9, a case. If you ever get this camera, I would 100% recommend that you get a silicone case or like a camera cage or whatever. I haven't really seen a camera cage in person. I only have heard of them. But I did get a silicone case. It really is useful because this camera is on the smaller side. Usually when I'm out, I do attach like this kind of handle thing to it, which came with my Polaroid. And then I would just do this and grab my camera to make sure it's like really safe, that I wouldn't like bump it in anything. This camera is hugely plastic, it's all plastic, and I did drop it once and it has like 2 kind of like obvious for me at least cracks, and it broke my heart. I didn't have the case on at this time. It just preserves your camera. You don't want it to break, especially the flip screen is on the fragile side because it's really thin and it can easily break. So I would just recommend that you get a silicone case for the camera. Number 9 is something that is actually not important at all, but it's just a con for you to know. This camera doesn't come with like a lens that closes on itself, like twists and closes like most of the cameras that I've seen do. It comes with a cap that you put on the lens, and I feel that pretty annoying because sometimes I would feel like I would lose this cap and then my lens would be scratched. That's a fear that I have at all times. You have to keep it with you like it's a cap. If you're sitting on a table and you just take it off and you just take a couple pictures, it's very easy for you to forget and just go to whatever your next destination is. Number 11 is actually a con, and it's the zoom. The zoom in this camera is very terrible. It's not good. You would feel like you haven't even zoomed at all. It's not close to an iPhone. It's not even close to like any phone that we have nowadays. But again, for me, that is totally okay because I'm not like an outside vlogger. I don't like take photos of the nature or things far away. I again use it for my desk setup, but it is just something to consider if you are a different kind of vlogger. Also, number 12, this camera has a touch screen. Totally functioning touch screen that you can, I believe, turn on or off. Apparently some of these cameras are being sold with this feature turned off, because I've seen people in different videos saying that it has no touch screen or whatsoever. Next, I'm gonna talk about the outlets that this camera has. This camera has like 3 outlets, an HDMI outlet that I haven't used. Again, I'm only sharing with you the things that I used. It has a mic outlet and it has a USB-C outlet for charging. I haven't used the HDMI, and until today I actually haven't used the mic because I found the camera's interior mic to be very good. But then to experiment for this video, I connected an extra mic, like one of these. And when I replayed the video that I recorded, it had no sound on the camera. And then I thought maybe like it's something on the camera. So I sent it over to my iPhone, and then the sound was like this. I'm not sure if my camera has like a certain defect. Okay, you guys, I just wanted to let you know that I've tried this Holyland Lark 2, I believe, mic with the camera, and it worked fantastically well. So I'm guessing that my previous mic was defective, and it probably is. It was just a generic brand. And as you can tell here, it's connecting. See that? One of the mics is connected, and I've tested it out and it's working great. For the buttons on this camera, as I said, this camera is like kind of minimalistic. So I'm gonna tell you now the buttons on the camera. On the top, there are 4 buttons. There's a camera shoot button, which like shoots photos. There's a video shoot button, and then there's like a background defocus button that put your background out of focus or like blur your background. I haven't tried this button. And then we have a button that changes the shooting mode, like from a picture mode to a video mode, which again I think is pretty useless because we did have video button and a picture button that we can just press and like take a photo or take a video. And then we're moving over to the buttons that are on the front of the camera. Like there are like, my battery's gonna die. That's the first time. What FN does is it gets you this quick menu that you can customize a couple of things from without you having to exit and go to the main menu and change out some of the settings. And then we have this play button, which shows you the last image you've captured. And then you have this trash can button, which when you press on an image, obviously it like asks you if you want to delete it, but if you click it in shooting mode, it's going to turn on the product showcase mode, which basically keeps the focus on the center of the image, like on a product that you're showcasing. If you're like unboxing something, everything else is gonna be kind of blurred. If you have the product showcase mode turned on, it's gonna make your videos blurry and out of focus, and this might be what the people saying this camera has a problem with autofocus or with focusing. This might be what they're talking about, because if I'm turning it on right now and I move on, it will start like focusing and then defocusing and then like trying to find the product to focus on it. It's very messy. I wouldn't recommend that. And that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and leave me any questions below, anything that you would like me to talk about in the camera. I would be happy to make a video about it, and see you next time. Bye.